Hi, I'm going to show you how to install the ENVI Center bin system. This unit comes with a simple template, so we'll use this to mark the positions on the door and the cabinets. Before we start the layout of the template into the cabinet, you do just need to know the thickness of your hinge. We're working with a hinge that is under 25mm, but if it's over 25mm, you will need to use the red positions on the templates. If you're working with hinges that are over the 25mm, once you've got the red markings and you go to fix the brackets, you do need to add these little spacers. They just slot into the fixings like that. The first part when working with the template is started off with this picture here, which is A and A going to the front and to the side of the cabinet. This is showing for a left hand, but if you're using the right hand, you swap it over to the other way around, and then you can put that into the cabinet like that. So line the template up with the front of the cabinet and the side wall. You can then do your markings for the base fixings. So we're now putting the positions on the side wall. We're using B to B, but again, this would be showing for the left hand. We'll use the opposite side for the right hand. So then we'll line it up with the bottom of the cabinet, front edge of the cabinet, and then we'll have our positions for marking out for the top bracket. B line and B. When we come to using the template on the door, our template is set up for two different cabinet thicknesses. It's set up for 19mm and 16mm. The cabinet we're using today is a 16mm, so we'll need to cut the template off at this dashed line. So we're now onto this section here where we're going to use the template going from C to C. But again, this is for a left hand setup. We're doing it for a right hand, so we'll be using the template on the opposite side. These are the brackets we're going to be fitting onto the door next, but just looking at this notification here, if you've got a slab door, you use 4.1. If you have a shaker door, you're using 4.2. With the template now being in place, we're using a slab door, so we'll be using markings 4.1. So now I can put those markings onto the door. So now all the markings are done with the template, we can now install the system into the cabinet. These are the two screws we're going to use to fix the bracket into the bottom of the cabinet. The next step will be fitting the side bracket to the inside of the cabinet, but a quick tip before we do it. When you insert the metal clip, make sure it goes around that bar of the bracket, because otherwise this will stay loose, and at the end of the install the lid would be loose, when if it's fitted correctly it keeps the lid under tension. So we'll now screw the bracket to the side wall. We'll now put the pole together with all the fixings. When we're putting together the pole section, we start off with the bin frame holder. Then we insert the bin lid holder. When we're part way through, what we'll do is we'll insert this clip here, because this will just be a locking clip when it's fully installed. So you insert the pole into the bottom bracket, lift it up into place, slide this clip down, and then it locks in. So these are the three screws we're going to use to fix the bracket to the door. So we now just fix the bracket to the three marks that we made previously. When we're fitting the frame, there's three things we need to look at. First of all is the frame will fit into the top bracket there. We need to line up a peg that will go through the slider on the door, and then once they're lined up, we push down on this end and it all clips into place. So the frame goes in first, line up the peg with the slider, and then when I now push down on the frame, it clicks into place. Installing the lid is very simple. Just line it up, clicks into place, and then you push it round, and then it clicks into the cabinet. The final stage is just putting the bins into the cabinet. Done.